It's like this and like that and like this and it's like.
Definitely hear the bass. A lot louder.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
more crisp and clear. Definitely a hitter, man.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Eric from VSonic here. We have a 2022 Honda Accord Hybrid. This car is one of the most popular sedans in the US. And this one is special because it's a hybrid model. It gives you great gas mileage. It has everything you need for your daily driver. But this car has the standard radio. It doesn't really sound great. So we're here to fix that with our Encore Alpha 3 Series amplifier. Installs plug and play. And on top of that, it has these line out to easily add power subwoofer to it. So let's stop talking. Let's go inside the car and get this installed. All right, guys, now that we're in the vehicle, what we want to achieve is to get behind the radio. The radio on this vehicle is actually placed right behind the climate controller. So there's a lot of parts that needs to be removed in order to reach the radio. So let me show you the process. So I'm going to start off by removing this trim panel piece here. Just grab a panel removal tool, something like this. You can easily get these panel removal tools from Amazon for a pretty cheap price. And then just pry it in here. We're going to pull it out. It's just being held by clips. All right, let's place this on the side. All right, and then let's drop the glove box and let's pull this trim piece out. Just being held by clips. All right, next we're going to pop this, but this is behind the vent and the vent is behind the side trim piece. So just pry the side trim piece out. Okay, and grab this, pull this piece out. All right, and then let's pull this out. Keep working our way towards the left, and this trim here will most likely come off together. Okay. All right, and right when we get back here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 connectors that we need to remove. So let's disconnect them. One up here, one down here, and towards the driver's side we have a few more. And when you're removing this, make sure you're always pushing down on the release tab and then pulling out. Don't pull on the wires. These two release tab on the driver's side, it's actually facing the bottom, so you have to feel it from the bottom like so. All right, so next let's remove this trim piece here. Just work your way out, just being held by clips. Okay, let's raise our armrest here, and we're going to pop this up now. There it is. Let's place it on the side for now. Okay, next we want to remove this pocket here. We'll remove a few Phillips screws. We got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Right, and let's pull this pocket out. There's a few connectors back here. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's remove all of them. Always remember, push down the release tab and then pull out. Okay, if you can't find a release, it's probably facing the bottom. All right, guys, so we're having a difficult time removing this connector here. So instead of forcing anything, we're just gonna leave it in there and work around it. I think we still have enough room. So this is the radio here that we are focusing on. And we actually may even be able to access the connector that we need. So there's some connection coming from the bottom here. And the connector that we need to connect to is actually on the back side here. So I think I feel it. Let me see if I can unplug it. Okay, here it is, right here. All right, that is the connector we are focusing on. And also figure out the mounting position for our amplifier here. So there's actually plenty of room right here. It's like a big void space. So let me see if I can fit it over here. We're looking for a flat surface, so we could use double-sided tape and mount it on the vehicle. All right guys, so we found our amplifier mounting spot. We're gonna go straight down right under the shifter, and we're gonna double-sided tape it right onto the side panel, like right here. Okay, that is what we're gonna do. We will most likely actually face it this way, like this. So the RCA is facing towards the back of the car, and the rest of the connector is facing towards the front. All right, let's grab our plug-and-play harness. And let's go back to that connector that we removed, which is this one here. And let's connect our harness to it. And I want to prevent as much crossing of the other wires as much as possible. That looks good. Plug in my connector here. And we connect this back to its original location. It's going to be all the way in the back. So if you guys have a hard time connecting it while it's mounted, you can also remove the radio assembly from the factory brackets so that you have more room to work with. All right, so we got this in here. We did unplug 2 connectors to make it a bit easier to plug in. So just always remember, anything you unplug, just make sure you plug it back in, or else you're gonna lose some functionality and get some errors on your dash. Okay, and let's ground our ground terminal. All right, so we are going to ground this negative terminal on the driver's side of the radio. Found a little 8mm bolt. Okay, so we're just going to just loosen it. We loosen the 8mm bolt, and we're just going to slip this in. There's the side. All right, looks good. And then before we route this, let me connect the remote wire to another cable. Got more wires here so that I could route this to the side over here, to the passenger side. So when this customer is ready to add a power subwoofer, the remote wire is already going to be hanging out on the side of the vehicle. All right, okay, so we're going to be connecting the wires using these bullet connectors. You can do it many different ways. You could just use a wire crimper and just connect it together. So no correct way of doing so, because there's so many different ways. You can even solder it together too if you wish. So we're going to connect each side to one of the bullet connectors. We're going to place it in here. We're just going to crimp it in. Pretty standard. If you like, you can also fold it in. If it fits it inside the opening of your wire connector, you can give it a fold so it gives a bit more tension and better connection. Okay, it's good. All right, so once this is connected, let me insulate it with some electric tape. Okay, so this is plenty of cable. I'm gonna leave all these cabling here because depending on where this customer wants to set up his new aftermarket power subwoofer, it'll ensure that it has enough length. And if this is still not enough, then the customer can extend it out even more. All right, so let me route this cabling down below. Okay, so we are going to go behind this divider here, just so that it doesn't be in the way of the center pocket when we reinstall it. Okay, so here it is. This is exactly where you want our connector to be. Okay, while it's here, always just be careful of this. Just make sure it's plugged in. It didn't come off loose or anything. This is a live 12-volt wire, okay? All right, so I'm gonna leave this here, and then let's route this towards the side, towards the center kick panel from the passenger side. We're gonna go through the back side here. I'm gonna push the cabling through the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna go down and to the side. All right. Okay, perfect. So we got it here to exactly where we want it. And in addition, we are going to route some RCA cables. So this pair of RCA cable will connect from our ENA3 series Encore Alpha amplifier and to where the remote wire is. So when the customer is ready to add the power subwoofer, it'll be very easy to do so. So probably easier way to do this is just come out start from the kick panel and just bring it back in. Okay, there it is, very easy. All right, now let me grab my amplifier. So let's make all our connection to the amplifier. So we got these two proprietary connectors coming in like so. All right, and we have the RCA on the side. Here we go. All right. Okay, and there's also some gain adjustments that you can make for the rear and the front. And this auto sense, basically, it tells when the amplifier turns on. We have it on ACC mode. That is a standard mode. Most vehicle has it, but some of the newer vehicles, they don't have ACC from the radio, so you do have to select speaker mode, which basically means that once it detects speaker signals, the amplifier will turn on. All right, so before we put everything back, let me connect a lot of the connectors back in place, especially this area and also the center console. And let's play around with the gain settings to get the optimal setting that we like. All right, so let me reverse order some of our installation. Okay guys, if you see that there's clips that are up here, make sure you pop it back out and then put it back to the corresponding clips, guides on your climate control panel. Okay. All right, see if you like this now, and let's do a little bit of a sound test before we mount everything back in. All right guys, we went ahead and tuned the amplifier for this 2022 Honda Accord. The bass audio, we adjusted it to about 2 o'clock, both front and rear. Anything more than that, it just got really, really loud. So we think that this is a sweet spot. So go ahead and make that adjustment. And also guys, after you disconnect your radio and reconnect it, note that your radio is going to require a code to unlock it to go back inside. This is also true if you change your factory battery. And so when you see that, your code should be inside the manual, your owner's manual. It should be a little sticker on there. If you can't find it, you can also call your local Honda dealership. They'll be able to provide that code to you free of charge. But they will ask you for your radio's serial number. So when you remove your panel, the serial number is written, you could see it from this angle over here. So just jot that down, give that to your local Honda dealership. They might ask you for your car's VIN number, and they'll be able to give you out that code to unlock your factory radio again. Okay, so let me continue on with the installation. Let me pull these panels back out. Let me secure this amp to the side of the panel here like how I showed you earlier, and then we'll reverse order everything we did, and that will complete our installation. All right, so here are the double-sided tape adhesive that comes with the kit. since the radio is going to be mounted on the side like this, we're going to apply both of these double-sided tape vertically. Okay, just press and hold it for a good 30 seconds to a minute. Just make sure that adhesive is on there pretty good. All right. Okay, now let me continue on. All right, guys, that concludes our installation. So we are basically now left with this RCA cable here and also a remote wire ready to add a power sub. For now, I will tuck it in back here and I'll notify the customer. So next time when he wants to add the power subwoofer, the wires that he needs to access is just right here. And all he has to do now is route the power directly from the power sub all the way through the firewall and to the car's battery. And that's all you need to install a power subwoofer. Very, very easy. All right, guys, well, let me show you the before and after of the audio quality that our Encore Alpha 3 series make. And also, let's see what the customer thinks about his upgrade. Alright guys, we just finished installing our Encore Alpha 3 Series amplifier in this 2022 Honda Accord Hybrid. And we have AC here. He is the owner of the vehicle. We want to get some first impressions, some reactions, see what he thinks about the upgrade. So let's go ahead and turn on the tunes that you usually listen to.
I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this.
Definitely first impressions, amazing. Definitely hear the bass. A lot louder.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
more crisp and clear. I would say definitely a hitter, man.
Yeah.
Anyone who owns a 10th gen Accord, man, get this thing down.
If you notice, you probably hear more details from the audio as well, like the little different instruments, and they're a bit more separated.
That is cool.
And the volume should have increased a little bit too, because it is amplifying a little bit more.
Yeah, it's got a lot more bass here, and there's no relay, right? I don't hear any static or anything like that, so very crisp and clear.
No distortion.
No distortion whatsoever.
Awesome. Thank you for your
All
feedback. Appreciate you allowing us to work on your car today.
Man.
Thank you very much. And for all you viewers out there, if you're looking to upgrade your sound system on your 10th gen Honda Accord, this is a solution. It's all plug and play. Very easy to install, and at the same time, it's very easy to expand the device, where for AC, he's gonna be adding a power subwoofer in the trunk, and it's very easy to do so because the wires are already out here ready to be connected. And for all of you guys out there that already has our Encore Alpha amplifier, share with us how you've been enjoying it. Let us know which subwoofer you went with, and also the gain adjustments that you've been using. We'd like to hear all you guys out there. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, help our channel, subscribe, and give us that like. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next video.
That was good, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.
you.
Yeah, dude, this is
Perfect.
gonna be
You
good.
like it?
Yeah, dude, I like it.